Hello all you infidel kuffar and Muslims out there. Nemesis is back, and today I'm going to be going through a few things with you with regard to Islamic plagiarism. I'm debating somebody by the name of ex-Christian 2716, and I'm just going through the points that his video makes when it says that, you know, Muslims have invented this, that and the other, and these are things that quite frankly existed prior to the advent of Islam anyway. So this is basically about people like him, ex-Christian 2716, who are using political correctness and let's just say Islamic propaganda sites to propagate Islam and to legitimise it in an intellectual way through fallacy. Now, I'm not going to say that Muslims haven't invented anything, of course they have, but they can't claim to have invented things that existed prior to the advent of Islam. This is ridiculous. So, I'm just going to go through his video here, which is a reply to Arabs admit their incompetence. Now, on here, if we just take a few seconds to listen to what the person in this video is actually saying. So I shall play this for you now. Just have a good listen, and hopefully you'll be able to hear what it said.
The heritage which has been given to us by the Muslim community is immense. It is totally unrecognised. We do want to bring it to the attention of the national curriculum so that in time everybody will understand that the carpet, algebra, the stars and everything around you that has been brought to us scientifically and technologically originated in the Muslim community.
Right, if I just go over that, just very briefly again. We do want to bring it to the attention of the national curriculum so that in time everybody will understand that the carpet, algebra, the stars and everything basically is because and it originated in Islam because of Islam. This is nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. Now, this video is about it was a function, if you like, or a museum of sorts that went to Manchester in Great Britain, and this convention, museum, call it what you like, function, listed all these alleged Muslim inventions, and to propagate that it's just intellectually corrupt. It's nonsense. Please do not take credit for things that you haven't done. This is propagation of Islam through lies and misinformation, and I'm afraid I don't like shit like this because it's just rubbish, absolute rubbish. So what I'm going to do now is go over to ex-Christian's channel, and I'm going to go through these points with him and see how he actually takes these points on board. So on here a week ago, if we can see that, I actually say your response to Arabs admit their incompetence is unfactual. It's intellectual falsehood, which in itself is incompetence. Right, and then I'm quoting what that person has said in his video. We do want to bring it to the attention of the national curriculum so that in time everybody will understand that the carpet, algebra, the stars and everything around you that has been brought to us scientifically and technologically originated in the Muslim community. And I'm saying here that that is a load of unsubstantiated falsehood, and people believe in such lies. So yeah, I'm having a bit of a go about that. Right, and his response to me here, quite simply, is what exactly is unfactual in the video. My suggestion to you is to read a history book. Your ignorance is staggering. So he's telling me now that I'm ignorant. So okay, let's just elaborate on this, shall we? Let's see how far we get. Right, so okay. he says, I'm quoting him again, what exactly is unfactual in the video? My suggestion to you is to read a history book. Your ignorance is staggering. I say, I'm sorry, but it is you who shows ignorance, my friend. My historical knowledge is not based on Islamic propaganda sites. Let me enlighten you, which I'm obviously more than happy to do. I'll just say that the carpet was a pre-Islamic invention, provable beyond doubt. Algebra existed prior to the advent of Islam, again, provable beyond doubt. And astrology as well was well known prior to the advent of Islam, again, provable beyond doubt. And to attribute these things to Islam or even the Muslim community only shows a lack of intellectual integrity. Tell me, as all these things existed prior to the advent of Islam, how can you attribute these things to Islam? Your reasoning on this, please. Your ignorance is staggering. Peace. So, here we go. And here we go. His response to me was, sorry, but my knowledge is also based on non-Muslim European historians. Well, good on you. That Muslim site has many non-Muslim contributors in it. Grand. And the only one that needs enlightening here is me. Oh, right. Okay then. Well, we'll just carry on, shall we? Right, it goes on. Referring to my carpet being a pre-Islamic invention. The carpet as we know it today was invented by Muslims. What do you mean the carpet as we know it today? You're playing on words now. You're changing your tune ever so slightly. Moving the intellectual goalposts, as I like to call it. Anyway, he also goes on to quote my other point, being that algebra existed prior to the advent of Islam, provable beyond doubt. He says that I am wrong. Very clearly there. The first organised text on algebra came from the Muslim world. This is why mathematicians consider Khwarizmi the father of algebra. What existed before Muslims was a very primitive form of algebra. Some even do not consider it algebra but advanced arithmetic. So, he's saying that his video is saying that they invented algebra, but then he also goes on to say that what existed before Muslims was a primitive form of algebra. So, algebra either did or didn't exist before Muslim times. Therefore, if it did exist before Muslim times or Islamic times, how could Muslims be attributed to actually inventing it? The logic here is just fallacious. It's rubbish. Right, here we go. He quotes me here saying as well that astrology was well known prior to the advent of Islam, again provable beyond doubt. He says that Muslims made it an organised science and were its great developers. He then quotes me saying as well that to attribute these things to Islam or even the Muslim community only shows a lack of intellectual integrity. The one lacking intellectual integrity here is you. You are on a crusade to strip off Muslims from their achievements. I'm not here to strip off Muslims from their achievements, mate. I'm actually here to enlighten you and to stop you from lying and propagating those lies. Can you just be truthful? You know, don't feed me bullshit when these things are easily refuted. Easily researched. So, he also goes on to quote me here and says, tell me, as all these things existed prior to the advent of Islam, how can you attribute these things to Islam? Your reasoning on this, please. Your ignorance is staggering. His answer to that is, I think everybody here knows who the ignorant one is. Go to your university, if you ever went to one, and ask for a refund. Peace. Well, he's not exactly giving me any kind of intellectual answers here. But never mind, I'll persevere and I'll try and push for one. But in the meantime, because I'm going to run out of time now, I'll cut this short now and I'll come back to you in part 2. Peace.